Now, the grip. Um, Here's an interesting way to check your grip and have a look at it and basically make sure you're on the club the correct way. Something that you very rarely see professionals do is get their grip wrong, but they've been doing it for years, right? And they've been doing it the right way constantly, right? So get your two hands and do this with your hand like so, okay? Spread it like that, see? Spread that like that and put it like that. Now, your hands are both in front of you like that. That is actually how your grip goes on your club. See how that puts your elbow that way and elbow that way? See how, like, when I do that, I've got to rotate up the way. It's a bit like the old hands up, I surrender in the cowboy movies. Right, so your thumbs are pointing up. There's a bit of tension in your wrists. It feels like, well, some people call it the claw. Okay, right now this is where it gets really interesting for all us amateurs because no one ever tells you should actually grip the club like what I'm about to show you and do this every time. Pros, remember, hit thousands of balls every day. The first thing they get right on the club is a grip. So very rarely do you see a pro do this, but watch enough, eventually you'll see one do it. So hold your club upright in front of you. Make sure the logo and the face is square, you can actually see that, and then put your club on in the V. And this part here goes on so that this part here, you can see that it's running through there. This is how I do it, right? Close it. Right, when I drop the club down, the face is square and my V is pointing up here. So you do the same with this hand in the vertical position, but here's the key. See the crease in my palm? That goes in here. And then that goes in an eye interlock. Now, what you've got here is both your hands on the club in the way. So, grip your clubs like that every single time. It's the easiest way to get yourself into like equal and opposite torques on your arms. And when your hands grip the club in the correct Varden grip under the correct torsion, you'll find that the club squares automatically using the throw. Some of these channels and different components throughout YouTube refer to this as the Y method. They're endless, but the motion of your hands is controlled by the throw, just like the towel drill previously. To actually get the club to go up is like a twirl, but because if you watch this, right, if I put my hands like this and I make the claw, I push my hands up, it's quite a strenuous move, and then I put them together. That is how your club is getting gripped in the vertical position. Now when you drop it, everything aligns. You will think that this is quite a strong grip. You probably see 3 knuckles on this, but your V is going up in between ear and ear, and this V is matching. So there's your target point up there. And obviously as you turn, you know what happens. But your grip is the most important part of this. And watch that again till you see how slowly and how you hold the club vertically. Make sure the face is square up above you. The grip, if you've got an alignment like Golf Pride, make sure that's square. First hand goes on, second hand goes on, and then as you drop, you'll feel the tension in your arms kind of torquing. It's like a wringing of the towel kind of thing, right? Kind of like against each other, wringing. So what this does is it torques the club so that when you're throwing it, it just returns back to, blimey Charlie, it just returns back square impact, right? But your timing and everything is so much easier because your hands are now under torque. They're nice and relaxed. You're not like strangling the life out of it. You'll find this yourself. Once you actually do this, make your wee claws, drop the club in, grip, then grip, and as you drop down, you can feel your tension is there, but you're not like strangling the golf club. It's not going to come out your hands. You've got a good firm hold of it, but like a baby bird, if you were holding a baby bird, or if you're holding a tube of toothpaste without the cap on, the toothpaste wouldn't be shooting out the top of the toothpaste tube. That's the way to think of it. And we've all read that in books and everything, right? And they all show you the grip, right? They all show you it down here and you're putting your hands on and you watch the pros. But they have literally, they practice doing this for hours on end so that when they just know they're getting a good grip. But the likes of you and me, do that and grip it, and then drop the club. And then just like make it part of your pre-shot routine. The way I've been doing it, which has been working tremendous, is I tee the ball up if I'm on a tee. I'm standing behind the shot. I'm visualising where I want the ball to go. I'm doing that vertical behind the actual ball, right? So I'm just checking my alignment as well. Then I'm gripping it, dropping it, walking in, and then just one little waggle and I go. Works, irons as well. Chipping, you can do a couple of little chips and then edge yourself in. I find I don't, once I've got my hands on the club and I've maybe had one or two little chips, I don't need to adjust my grip. Some people will. But as long as you're aware that that's the correct method, it's hands like out in front of you, make the wee claw and then up, and there is how you're gripping it in the hand. So the grip is going through there, through there, through there, resting just under here, and that is the correct grip, right? You'll get this feeling that it's very light this way, very light, but this way, because you've got this torque on each arm, it doesn't really allow for too much of that. So what happens is it goes up on the throw and it comes down on the throw and it just releases the way it's supposed to without you manufacturing a release or forcing a release or even thinking about a release, right? Let's get this straight. You ain't thinking about any of these positions that they, the club's got to come in and open and then it's coming down and it's closing. And no, that ain't happening in golf. If you've got the correct grip, you've got the correct throw, you've got the correct down, and you let it all happen, not one of those motions is a controlled motion. It's all a go, just a go, like the ball, holding a ball and going, throwing it, right? At no point do you ever stop and go, right, well, because it's exactly, it feels, when you've got all this done, right, it feels like you've thrown the ball. It completely removes the hit from your golf swing. So stick with it. It will, I'll tell you now, it will feel horrendous at first because 90% of us, myself included, till I found this trick, didn't come close to gripping the club correctly. It takes a while to A, get comfortable with it, B, think that you're going to, but if you just let it happen, it's going straight and it's going long. So you come to trust it within 5, 10 balls, 15 balls tops. I mean, the best place to probably take it slow is at the range or warming up, and make sure every shot you reset, re-grip the same way. Down. Get this little, see that there? It's like the little cushion. Make sure that is on top of that. And then from there, the grip is falling into the fingers of this hand, like you're holding a suitcase. And this part of your hand it's kind of like, you see that? I mean, that's Hogan-esque impact there, isn't it? And that's because your hand is holding the club in the right way. So the only way it can go, and then when it releases, it's releasing like a throw. That's how it's meant to. So thanks for watching the video. This could be, I might get time to slot in another course video before the next 2 weeks, but I'm getting a holiday in the sun, so that's coming up. So I'm looking forward to relaxing and chilling out. I might get time to get a course one out or a range one out. I've been mega busy trying to help the golf club because we've no greenkeeper. I've been out there cutting the rough, cutting the semi, cutting the fairways, cutting the tees, cutting the greens, cutting the surrounds. I have like 4 days solid I've not been not cutting for like 8-9 hours straight. So just trying to help keep the grass under control because it's growing like lightning. But got the PGA of America on. It's going to be exciting, I think. Greens and rough, and I think it can only get harder this afternoon. It's going to get windy. So channel's all for charity. I know I mention this quite a lot, but if you subscribe here, Macmillan, Help the Heroes, Shelter UK, that's where all the ad revenue goes. So you're helping others. Great stuff, all you guys who are subscribers supporting. And we're hoping to get 1,000 subscribers. We're still a ways off, but actually we're about 500 off, aren't we? Less than that, 450, something like that. But hopefully we'll get there. So, break it down. Make sure you're getting this grip right. And it will feel uncomfortable at first because, you know, you've probably not been gripping the club right. You will think you are till you actually do it the right way. And then just keep with it. Trust it. And you'll find that good things start to happen because it starts to affect your whole swing. And it even affects your balance. You know, a lot more, you know, better balance, better trapping and impact. Like driver pattern on the face, like you're talking like sweet spot area of your club, never missing it. Same with your fairway wood. So everything it will help you. Thanks for watching.